Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Super Mouse in the 3-minute pool on ICC. What does Super Mouse from Vietnam have in store for us? He plays knight f3, let's play knight f6. If c4, whoa, g4. Okay, well, clearly we're going to take that. He asked for a takeback, okay. Alright, fine. I'll play knight f6 again. He meant to play g3. This is what he'll do now, more than likely. It'd be funny if he played a different move. He does play g3. Okay, let's play b6. And maybe c5 now. Just discouraging d4. Plays d4 anyways. Okay, we'll take. Takes with the queen. Well, I can take over the center. I could also play g6. Let's play for this like double fianchetto type thing. You can play c4 now. This like transposes into mainline stuff. I wonder about d5 though. d5 might also have been a decent option. Let's do this though. Go d6. So the key here is to not castle kingside too quickly. I've more often played this position from the white side, but if black castles quickly, then queen h4 and bishop h6 is a slight issue. So what black wants to do is play a lot of like improving moves, like now knight bd7. I don't know about rook b1. I don't know what the idea of that is. I guess to play b3 without running into problems on the diagonal. Looks weird though. Okay, I'll play just rook c8 as usual. He's going for bishop b2. I mean, okay, now all bets are off on this diagonal. Let's just do this. Maybe knight d5 is what he's going to play for. There's definitely tension down this long diagonal. But queen f4. Okay, let's just play a6. This is normal. The plan here is rook to c7 and then queen to b8. Sometimes a8, but more often b8. And it's kind of weird, but when you do that, you're intending to play b5. Okay, he plays queen e3, kind of eyeing the e7 pawn. Let's just play this. Now queen here. Yeah, let's go queen b8. The only thing is there's no rook on c1, so if I play b5, he takes, I take. He can take with the knight, I think, because if bishop takes f3, discovered attack on his knight on b5, he has knight takes c7. So I'm not quite in a position to threaten that. Okay, he does this. Knight c5, he has b4. Maybe that's okay by me, though. Could also play rook c5. Let's play knight c5. Bishop a1. I could go for simplifications. Knight f to e4. Might be a little precarious, though. What to do now? a5? a5 is kind of weakening. Knight f e4. Let's play bishop a8. Just trying to guard this b6 pawn a little bit better with my queen. We don't have lots of time to ruminate, so just gotta make decisions and go with them. Okay, so now he's trying to get his knight into f4. I want to get rid of his knight on c3. Also need to play b5. Not simple to accomplish all these things, and my time is ticking. Okay, we're going to go rook d7. Let's bring this back. Just not quite sure. You can play knight f4. Somehow I didn't like my rook on the c file. This is going to turn into a time scramble, though. Okay, let's e6 could be troublesome. Let's do this. Bring this knight back. Super Mouse. Okay, we'll play e6 just to keep his knight out of d5. We have 30 seconds left, too. Hmm. Gotta make moves. He has f4 now. Yeah. That doesn't work.
Time warning.
Okay, I'm gonna try it anyways. He has b4 though. I just didn't know what to do. b4 is a good reply. What can we do with little time? Okay, now I'm just hanging my knight. That's great. If he moves this knight, I gotta watch out for knight to f6 is an idea. Can we flag him with this amount of time? Probably not. That would be highly difficult. Whoa, knight e4 was hanging. This is weird. I can take this now. He has to guard h3. I'll take that.
Check. Check.
Let's do this. See if we can take d1. You can take e6.
Check.
Oh boy.
Check.
Okay. All right, so we got flagged at the end, but yeah, sloppy game. I couldn't come up with a plan in the middle game after the light square bishops got traded off. Yeah, maybe queen b8 wasn't the best move there, considering that he didn't have a rook on c1. That was the trouble with that. Let's go back and have a look. So with this move order, like he hasn't played c4 yet. It's way more common for them to play c4 first before d4. But with this move order, I was kind of wondering if I could even play d5 and try to take over the center, maybe with knight c6 in mind next. But we just played a conventional line. So normally white plays rook d1 here, and then knight bd7, and then b3. Or is it? I think it's bishop e3 first, actually. Bishop e3, rook c8, b3, a6. And then at some point, black will castle. Like now that I've kind of exhausted all of my constructive moves. So I'll castle, and queen h4 is no longer as big of a deal, although white usually does play queen h4 because they were at least compelled to play bishop e3 and they can't play bishop h6 in one go. So rook b1, though, I haven't really seen this plan before. Rook b1, b3, bishop b2. Let's just start the engine up and see. So rook c8, bishop b2, castles, queen f4, a6. Guess maybe just knight c5 or rook c5. Yeah, rook c5 is idea as well. Trying to use the rook laterally. Sometimes it can assist in a6, b5, and also sometimes it can swing over and create threats. So that's an interesting plan too. a6, rook fd1, rook c7. Here, rook e8, I just played that to guard the e7 pawn and free up my queen. The engine says I'm playing fine so far. Knight c5. Somehow around here, though, I struggled to do anything. Bishop a8, and I thought for a while too. That was that was too long to think. Queen c8 makes sense to attack h3. Okay. Queen a8 makes sense, just battery on the long diagonal. I should have given up any pretense of playing b5. That plan is not going to work out anymore with his pawns on c4, a4. Bishop a8. This move might not be bad. Take, take. Now rook d7. I don't know what I was doing with the rook here. Just trying to find something to do. I thought maybe like eventually I wanted to go e6 and then d5 in the center because my b5 break is shut down. But so better would be rook c to c8. Let's say knight f4. e6. Okay, like maybe similar to what I did. I don't know. Or just move this rook to d8 next move it wants to do. It's tough because I don't have any good pawn breaks. But at the same time, like, what is his plan either? I mean, he can't bring a knight into d5 anymore. This rook has to stay guarding the b pawn. If he plays b4, c4 becomes instantly weak. I can drop this back, and my rook's attacking it, and also knight e5 is enabled. So it might be a position where we both have trouble doing anything really constructive. But instead I played rook d7. Yeah, the time was a huge factor at this point. Knight back. I was surprised he didn't jump a knight into d5. He was content just to wait. e6. Probably because I was burning so much time. I don't blame him. Yeah, now this was bad. I mean, he was headed for this weakened c6 square. So I should have played queen c7 instead. And then if f4, knight ed7, and if knight c6, I can just move the rook, rook c8. Yeah, because in the game after queen c8, f4, if I were to play this, just knight c6, and I can't move this rook, rook f8 allows knight e7. So I'm losing an exchange. So I played queen c5. Okay, this was complete nonsense by both of us at this point. I thought he was going to play b4 to deflect my queen from this diagonal. So like take, and I have 2 pawns for the piece and maybe some temporary activity, but it shouldn't be enough. And he played this, which is pretty bad, and I guess now I can move this knight. Problem was I had 16 seconds. So I hung my knight, and then for some reason he hung his knight back. Like right here, if he would just move this knight, yeah, like this, he'd be threatening knight f6 check with the discovery of my queen. But he didn't do that. He played g4, which is allowing this move. I guess even here he had this. That's funny, because if bishop takes, there's knight f6 check, winning the queen. So there's ways he could save it even here. He went queen f2, I took here. Yeah, now I'm a lot better, if not just winning. But
check.
The time makes it a completely moot point. Oh, I could just win a rook right here. Rook takes d1. That's funny. Yeah, and if he takes my queen, I take with check is the issue.
Check. Check.
Yeah, and just time scramble. I was just trying to play as
check.
Quick as I possibly could. I knew like
check.
80% of these moves
check.
were bad, but
check.
Hey, what are you gonna do? So
check.
Okay, good game. Super Mouse was more interesting than knight f3, knight f6, g4 at least. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.